Welcome back. Another day, another vault. We got Alexandra Kay with us. So if most of you guys, if you don't know who she is, singer, songwriter out of Illinois. So basically, first question, just give a little overview of like who you are, what you do.
So I sing country music. I'm a singer-songwriter. I live in Nashville and Illinois. I kind of go back and forth. I have a place in both and just kind of commute because my fiance is in Illinois still. So we spend like 5 days a week away from each other. So we're very used to distance, but we're getting married next week.
Congrats
Or
on
next
that.
week. Oh my gosh. If it was next week, I would lose my mind. We're getting married next month, September 25th. So things have been really crazy busy. But I'm from a small town in Illinois called Waterloo, Illinois. And yeah, it's pretty much kind of like Potosi.
Oh yeah.
Maybe a little bit bigger. But yeah, kind of fell into music. And here we are.
Yeah. So, like, speaking of following in music, how did you get started in music? Was it a family thing? Was it just you started singing and noticed you had a talent for it?
Definitely not a family thing. No one in my family can sing. No one in my family can play an instrument. It was something that I've always been like an emotional child, an emotional person, like overly emotional. So just in either way, it's like I always like to describe it as I overfeel everything.
Yeah.
So if I'm happy, I'm very happy. You know, if I'm sad, I'm very sad, or concerned, I'm very concerned. So it's like I'm just over feeling everything to like the highest extent that it possibly could happen, which helps me in my songwriting. So I've been that way since I was a kid. And when I was young, my parents put me in some young authors contests, and that's when they discovered that I had a knack for creative writing when I was in like third grade, and I won some of those competitions for creative writing. And then it was when I entered my early teens, had my first boyfriend, tried to figure out where I belong, where I fit in school, getting ready to go into high school and all that. And I started writing about it. I started putting it in a journal. Those journal entries turned into songs. And
You didn't Taylor Swift and do the whole breakup or write a song after that? Is that how you got started?
Well, my first boyfriend kind of sucked, so I guess, yeah, that's how I fell into it. But Taylor Swift has been an inspiration to me since I was that age. Yeah. So I really did take that whole write what you feel to heart. And that's how I fell into it, and then fell in love with songwriting and was like, I'm going to try to do this for real.
So when did you move out to Nashville?
I've only lived in Nashville for like a year. Okay. So I've only been, I've only gotten my place in Nashville and started commuting back and forth for almost 2 years, I guess.
Okay.
And so I just knew that I had to be out there.
Yeah.
My fiance and I moved back from Los Angeles in 2019. And because of his job, he's going to take like a huge pay cut if we go to Nashville together. So I told him, okay, well, I'll go back to Illinois. I'll commute back and forth to Nashville. Yeah. So that was ever since 2019. We've been doing that. I've been commuting and driving 4.5 hours every single week. So the things you do for love. Yeah. But
hey, it worked out. You're getting married.
Right, for sure. Yeah, we've made it work. And we're looking for an apartment together. So I'll be moving out of my current apartment with roommates and looking for a place together.
There you go.
So
speaking, you mentioned that you moved back from Los Angeles. You were on a few TV shows. Talk about that. You were on actually as well. So because I know they don't know. So
I did. So in 2011, I did American Idol. In 2017, I was on The Voice, and then in 2017 as well. Like as soon as I got home from The Voice, about a month later, I was cast in a Netflix original series called West Side. It's a documentary series about 9 up-and-coming singer-songwriters trying to make it in the music business. And so I was the last to get picked up, and I actually got cast in the show via an Uber ride, which is really funny. One of my friends drives for Uber that was living in Los Angeles, and the executive producer got in the back of his Uber, was talking about how there's my fiance right there. Hello, Indiana, I'll call you later. He's at a wedding, so he's probably having a good old time. But anyways, he got in the back of the Uber and he was talking about how he's working on a TV show and he needs one last cast member. And they need a country singer. They don't have a country singer yet. And he was like, hold up, she does not live here, but check this video out. And he brought up my Jolene video, which is probably one of my most viral videos I've ever had. And he pulls it out and hands it to me. She's like, do you know her? And he's like, yeah, she doesn't live here, but I'm sure you guys can figure it out. And he's like, she's perfect, give me her info. So he calls me and he's like, yo, this is crazy. And I was like, nothing's gonna happen. Like, things like this, the talk, it's part of the business. But like, most of the time, those things don't fall through. Don't come through. And then I got a call the next day.
That's awesome.
Started my audition process via Skype and moved out to Los Angeles a month later.
That's crazy. And you were in Los Angeles for how long?
2 years.
2 years. There it is.
Shooting the show. The show's on Netflix. You guys can stream it now. It's called West Side.
So we're going to talk about a little something bigger.
Okay.
You have 2 million followers on TikTok.
Almost 2.1. Almost 2.1. We're almost there.
I checked at TikTok, so I know that's where the majority of your followers are. You're the coffee girl, as you self-proclaim.
I'm the coffee girl on TikTok, which I love. It's fun.
They're very entertaining. I'll give you that.
Someone asked me tonight why I did not bring a table on this stage
and make coffee and sing.
I was like, you're aware that that's not actually my show.
That's not what I do.
I do that in the morning. It's like a normal thing.
Yeah.
I think everybody makes coffee.
Yeah.
I just so happen to press record and sing while I do it. You know what I mean? But I thought that was so funny. Anyways, go ahead.
And so the coffee, we'll just break off on that. The coffee has brought you to meet Randy Travis.
Yes.
That one, I saw that one, and then I followed you before that. So I saw the Randy Travis one, and then I saw it again where you was with him. Tell me about that.
That was absolutely insane. So I was driving back from Nashville, another late drive, like I said, that I make every single week. And so I just pulled into my driveway, and every time I get home, I always crack a beer open. I go sit on my back porch. It's like my thing I do every single week after my 4.5 hour drive. Yeah. Doesn't matter if my fiance is asleep or awake. I go grab a beer, I sit on my back porch, crack it open, relax. So I was doing that, and I checked my TikTok, and all of a sudden I was like, what is happening? I haven't posted in like a week. And it was like follow, and tags, just crazy amounts of tags. And I was like, what is this? Clicked on it, and it was Randy Travis duetting my coffee cover. Yeah. And I was like, no way, this is nuts.
Is this the real him?
I was like, this is nuts. And he's laughing, and oh my gosh, it just warmed my heart. So I shared it. So it ended up getting 11 million views on his page. Insane, right? Insane. So then I end up sharing it, and mine gets a couple million. Then I get a call from his team, and his team is like, hey, Randy would like to meet you, would like to do, I'm like, what? And they're like, when are you free? I was like, I will cancel everything. My wedding, it can wait. I will cancel everything.
We can do that a different day.
And I'll be there. And so, I got on a flight and was in Nashville the next day, showed up to Randy's house, and we hung out. And then we went to the Country Music Hall of Fame, and he showed me all of his trophies and his outfits that he wore on the award shows and stuff like that. And it was such a magical moment. And we really connected. Like, he's one of the sweetest humans I've ever met in my life. His wife, Mary, one of the sweetest humans. And it was so crazy to be, after we finished the coffee cover that we did at his house, it was so nuts to get in the car. And I was just like sitting in the backseat. It was like my agent, me. Mary is driving, and Randy's in the front seat. And we're just driving their car to the Country Music Hall of Fame. Oh, secret gates? We're going like literally underground where all this celebrity. I'm like, what? I just kept looking at my agent like,
and then you sang in the rotunda, the country music.
Sang to the rotunda.
Was there people, or like, was it open when that was going on, or was it like closed, or?
Well, with COVID, it was like it was. They still had COVID restrictions, and they did close down like a couple of the wings for Randy, so that it didn't get mauled. But there was somebody coming in, looking at the rotunda for possible wedding space for their ceremony. And so they were walking around and they saw him, and I just so happened to be in the center sitting through and across the stand when we finished, and we walked out, and they were like just standing there like, are you kidding? Is that really Randy Travis? Like, it was so cool to see people react to him for the legend that he is after I had just spent an entire day just being humans alongside of him.
Just not like fangirling, but like being a friend of Randy Travis.
I was pushing him around, and I'm not kidding, I was like, I got to a hill and all the team was in the back, and I was like, you ready to go? And he just like kind of looked at me and I just started like speeding up like I was gonna push him down this hill, and he was laughing so hard. And everyone's like, "Hey, this way, we gotta go this way," and I was like, "You're lucky."
we was going down this hill.
I mean, we were joking and laughing, and I got to look at him and go, "Thank you for inspiring me to write country music, sing country music." It's cool.
It's not every day you get to meet a legend like that either.
Never forget it.
So what all has TikTok brought you? I mean, 2 million followers. That's got the influence there, and just seeing people, like the opportunities. There has to be some things that it's bringing you.
Yeah, I mean, like you saw the meet and greet line tonight. You know, that never used to happen.
Yeah.
You know, I would go and I would do soft ticket, what they call soft ticket shows. And so a soft ticket show is basically, you know, a show that you're on, like a festival or something like that, where they already have a built-in crowd, because people are coming just to ride the rides and whatever, okay, and I get to play for whoever. But it wasn't until I started selling hard tickets this past year that I started to realize, I guess, the weight that TikTok holds.
Yeah.
I mean, standing in 2.5, 3 hour meet and greet lines every single night to meet, 300 people every night was insane to me.
Yeah, and I'll say that you are by far stay the longest I've seen out of anyone. Like, you will meet every single fan and talk to them and take pictures. You don't leave. Like, if they're like, "Hey, they're like, "Hey, you got to go." You're like, "No, I'm meeting these people."
I think we started the show like 15 minutes late tonight. And I kept looking at your uncle, and I was like, "I'm so sorry, but I'm not leaving these people sitting here." No, and it was funny because somebody walked up to me earlier and she's like, "How many meet and greets do you want to do?" And I go, "What do you mean?" She's like, 20, or she was like 7, 8. I was like, "People?"
Yeah.
She's like, "Yeah, I have like 8 meet and greet passes. I can go out." And I said, "No, I'm set at my merch table.
Yeah.
I'll meet everybody."
Yeah.
She's like, "Okay, but like, I can stop it at like, what, 25? I said, "I will meet 100. I said 100.
Yeah.
300. I will meet as many people as line up to this table. I don't care. What time is it? I mean, how long have we been here? I don't care how long it takes me." And Cooper and I and Thomas, we did that on this last leg of the tour, and we're going to do it on this new leg of the tour that starts September 1st. We stayed after 3.5, 4 hours every single night, meeting as many people as we could.
You actually led right into what I was going to say. So with Cooper and Thomas, you guys just did 9 cities that you just came off of?
Yeah, so we just did 9 cities, and then we we're going back out for another 13, I believe. And then I get married the next week. So we couldn't go any longer than that because can't be my wedding. but yeah, it's gonna be really fun.
So these are more southern based, right? Is that what I've seen? The first 9 were more Midwest, and these are kind of like southern cities. You're more in Texas.
Right. We're doing 4 Texas shows, I believe, maybe 5. I think it's 4. We're doing 4 Texas shows, 2 Atlanta shows, 2 Alabama shows. We're doing, or not Atlanta, 2 Georgia shows, Atlanta and Savannah, 2 Alabama shows, Birmingham and Huntsville. We're doing a Nashville show at Exit Inn, which is a legendary venue that we're so excited. Hopefully we sell it out. It's like a 500-600 cap. So we're like crossing our fingers and hoping that we can sell out Exit Inn, because that's really great. A great look for us. And we're going back to Kentucky, which we just came from there, but we're going to go to Lexington this time. We're going to hit Indianapolis. We played Fort Wayne in Indiana on the last run. And I think that my favorite part of doing this next run is how many people are messaging me going, "I'm coming to see you again." And then people are literally commenting and going, "Is 3 times too much?" Question mark. And it's gonna be really cool to see them walk in the original tour t-shirt and know that they were there last time.
So you, with your 9 cities with Cooper and Thomas, you road tripped with them, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How was that?
It's fun. We're like best friends.
Yeah.
Thomas and I have known each other longer than Cooper and I. Yeah. Thomas opened for me on my Dive Bar Dreamer tour. That's how we met in 2019. So Thomas is one of my best friends. He's like my little brother. Thomas wasn't on every show with us though. He's going to be on the next one though, on every show except for one. He won't be in Houston because he's got another show booked. With I think he's opening for Joe Nichols, John Michael Montgomery, somebody else. I was like, "Oh, you can't miss that show." Yeah, you want to open for them? I'm not good enough for you? I'm just kidding. Never not open for John Michael Montgomery. Don't turn that down. But yeah, no, it's all laughs, it's jokes, and just bullshit, to be honest. Like, we have so much fun.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell that from the TikToks. I'm not gonna lie, you can tell you have so much fun.
Oh, we do.
We'll get into, so you have a new song coming out September 17th.
I do. It's called Tall Boys.
Yes.
It's my first drinking song.
Yes. It's a good one. It's a good one. I enjoy it.
I was gonna ask you if you liked it.
I do. I like it. I enjoy it.
It's so high energy. It's so much fun to perform.
It is. I'm gonna get it word for word perfect one of these days.
I love that. The raise up your can with feel good in it.
I'm not gonna sing. You don't want to hear that.
I'm trying to convince him to go on tour with me, so when he does that, I'm just gonna pull him up on stage at some point.
I mean, I'll dance. I won't sing.
Okay.
Other than that,
You will sing or you are fired. I'm kidding. Or we are leaving you in Indianapolis here.
okay, I guess. I guess. Other than that, I thank you for coming on. We appreciate it. It's not every day we get someone of your nature to be on here. You're fantastic. Your vibe, just everything about you is just amazing.
Thank you.
I'm like, honestly, like, we've never had anything like this, so I'm kind of like shocked too that you're actually doing this. I'm like, you're honestly so nice. You're such a sweetheart. I'm so glad you came and did this. Other than that, thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh my gosh, of course. And also, you guys need to know that he helped me out so much tonight by selling my merchandise. Otherwise, I would have been at the table, like, trying to get change, take pictures, and sign everything tonight. So thank you. I appreciate it. And I'm going to try to convince him to come on the road with me.
It won't take much.
I don't know. He's expensive.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.